You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. Today, we're unpacking some really cutting-edge stuff in design and tech. Think futuristic gadgets, the psychology behind user experience, and even how the whole creative industry is shifting. We've gone through a lot of material to pull out the key insights, those surprising facts, really give you that shortcut to being up to speed.
Absolutely. And what we're trying to do here is, connect the dots between the tech innovation, how people actually behave, and where creativity is heading. See how it all fits together, shaping our world.
Okay, let's start with something pretty cool. Apple's new patent for the next Apple Pencil. It sounds like it's moving beyond the screen. Imagine a stylus, right, with optical sensors tracking its movement, its position in 3D space.
So you could draw on, well, pretty much any surface.
Yeah.
Or even just in the air.
Exactly. In midair, they're talking about tech like optical flow sensors, laser speckle tracking, stuff that detects tiny movements for incredible precision, even internal trackballs. It feels like a big push towards spatial computing, making the world your interface, you know?
And it's interesting, while the tech pushes how we design, there's a big shift happening organizationally at Apple, too. With Jeff Williams retiring, the design team, they'll report straight to Tim Cook now.
Oh, wow. Directly to the CEO.
Yeah, it really underlines how central design is to their strategy, post-Jony Ive especially.
Right, that strategic focus. You see it in the tools themselves, too, like Figma. They've just rolled out updates to their grid beta features, things like deleting rows or columns right on the canvas.
Yeah, and setting min-max sizes for things, adjusting multiple grids at once. It's all about making the process more fluid, more direct.
More responsive, almost, like you're sculpting the idea in real time. It closes that gap between concept and execution. So, okay, we have these new tools changing what and how we design, but maybe even more fundamental is how we think about design, the psychology. Let's talk about metaphors for a second.
Well, yeah. How we understand complex stuff, like the brain, it's always been shaped by the technology of the day, right?
Exactly. And the really effective metaphors, they actually transform how we think. Like Xerox using the paper metaphor for early computers. It mapped strange digital stuff onto familiar office things, files, folders, trash cans.
Right. Made it accessible. The best metaphors connect the unfamiliar to something human scale, something we already get. It changes perception.
Which kind of leads to this interesting idea about designers themselves, defensive pessimism.
Ah, yes. The designers who raise the red flags point out potential problems. They sometimes get labeled as, negative.
Yeah, like they're just being difficult.
But it's not just negativity. It's often strategic foresight. It's experience saying, hang on, what if this goes wrong? They're trying to anticipate failure to prevent it. It's actually crucial for ambitious projects to, actually work in the real world.
That's a great point. It's the necessary caution balancing out the maybe unchecked optimism sometimes.
Precisely. You need both.
It makes me think of Dyson, actually. Super innovative, visually striking tech, but sometimes the usability. It feels secondary. Products can be a bit awkward or overly complex to actually use.
Right, that focus on the breakthrough tech, the kind of star designer image, it can sometimes overshadow the more user-focused, thoughtful design, how it feels.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit to the creative industry overall. There's a lot of talk about economic uncertainty, AI disruption.
Yeah, there's definitely some anxiety out there.
But here's the interesting angle. Maybe the industry isn't dying, it's just transforming really profoundly.
Yeah.
And that creates opportunities, right, for those who adapt, diversify, build stronger networks, focus on the uniquely human, creative stuff AI can't touch.
Absolutely. It's a rebuilding moment, a chance to define a more sustainable path.
So thinking practically about user experience then, what are some key takeaways?
Well, two things come to mind. First, those little onboarding micro-interactions, small design bits for smoother first uses. Keep them simple purpose, give immediate feedback, and use motion carefully, like 200 to 300 milliseconds.
Just enough to notice, but not so much it's distracting or slow.
Exactly. Feels instant but not jarring. Avoids fatigue. Second thing, notifications UX. It's often terrible, right? Constant interruptions.
Tell me about it.
But you can improve it. Design for different severity levels. Maybe start with slower delivery rates. Facebook actually found reducing frequency initially hurt traffic a tiny bit, but long-term, satisfaction and engagement went up.
Interesting. So less is more sometimes.
And giving users control is key. Snooze, pause, respect their attention.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've gone from tangible things like a 3D Apple Pencil and Figma grids, to the way designers think, defensive pessimism, metaphors, and even the big picture shifts in the creative field. It's a lot moving at once.
It really is. So the question for you listening is, in this world that's changing so fast, how can you use these ideas about innovation, perception, foresight to not just keep up, but to actually shape what comes next? How can you build those impactful experiences?
Spoken Tech for your ears.